That dog did not acknowledge that place at all. Like, they acknowledged it like it's a pet store and there are little dogs everywhere in the window, but there was no sort of like...
No sense of...
Yeah, like, oh, this is my home, this is where I'm from. Nothing. He just
well, the way you portrayed it when you picked him up is like, he would never be like, oh, this is my home. Because you said when you met him, he was like, oh my God, they're going to put me in a furnace.
That was Scully.
Oh, that was Scully.
Mulder, when we got home,
Mulder was a nice
guy. They brought Mulder in this fucking wooden box and had satin pillows in it. And opened him up and he was a sleeping little puppy on his side. And he had like fucking...
And they gave you the bill.
It was expensive. That dog was like $4,000, man. She picked it out. I know, it's fucking outrageous. She picked it out.
We had just want to eat it for like $4,000.
Yeah, like for $4,000, can we eat this thing? We had just started dating and shit, and she was pregnant, so we went to this place, and she said, let's get this fucking dog, and blah, blah, blah. Let's get a better dog than the other dog. So I was like, and she went and picked one out. She said, oh, I love it so much. And she had it in her hands and against her face, and I was looking at her, she looked so cute. And Jen was brand new in my life, and I was like, I'm gonna fuck that pretty mouth. Jen. So I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna get that dog. She likes it. Let's get the dog. So let's do this. Go up to the counter and shit. I'm like, how much? She's like, well, that'd be $4,000. I was like, go fuck yourself. I couldn't say that. I was just like, $4? Really? What's it do?
Wow.
She was like, well, this dog, it'll live for a while, be your companion and shit like that. I was like, $1,000, man. Can you write a script? But he's been worth every penny. The dog's fucking amazing. Bring him in there, no sense of recognition whatsoever. Shit. Just nothing. Just dead fucking blanket shit. But a lot of recognition from the chicks working there. Not for the dog, but for me. All of them going like, it's the too fat to fly, man. Everyone be nice to him or else he'll tweet about you. It was interesting though, and then after I went and hung out with my friends a little bit, and then came up here and met you in Philly, and then we were off on the road.
We were.
That's what happened to me before we hooked up. What happened to you before we hooked up this week?
What happened to me before I got here?
Yeah, like remember I was telling I'm fucking a story. I'm in the fucking. I just told you a filming story.
Yeah, but that's not fair. You're literally like, I was in a gay best
run hell.
I'm supposed to follow it up with like, I was hanging around the house.
I did Pilates the other day.
Thai kickboxing with my dogs that cost a couple $100.
We don't all brag about the cost of our dog. I know, I had a pretty rocket story about like, I almost got my fucking head cut off, and you're like, oh, I went to Pilates.
Well, okay, so this didn't happen, this actually didn't happen to me, but it's something that I was meaning to tell you the other day when I was reading this book, Stiff, by Mary Roach. Yeah, it's about stiff, it's about gay hard-ons.
Why do they have to be gay hard-ons, man? Why can't they be straight hard-ons?
Well, because you just said I was gay, so I was playing off that.
Let me ask you this before you finish. Have I earned the cupcake yet?
I think at this point, you can look at the cupcake. There you go.
That's a smart play. If I eat the cupcake, you know I'm going to shut down.
You do it.
For the treat and shit. Once I get the treat, I'm like, you're in charge. I'll literally go sit in the audience and watch you. Alright, so you're reading Stiff? What is it? Oh, it's that book.
It's a book about cadavers, yeah. And the one chapter that I found interesting was they were talking about how guillotine in France, they were hanging people with the noose.
Just hanging them?
They're hanging people, and this guy, guillotine, he didn't come up with the guillotine, but he was a doctor who said he believed that the guillotine was a more civil way, a more humane way to kill a human being.
Than to just strangle, than to grip
it. Than just yeah. And so then this other French guy, he's history according to me. He was like, that's fucking crazy. Like, that is not true. Like, after the human head is decapitated or cut off, like, it still lives. Like, it still exists.
Like a chicken? They always say if you cut the chicken's head off, it runs around for a while.
Well, that would be the body, but...
I always thought it was like the thing where little legs came out of that head. Fucking Kurt Russell was like, ah!
what happened.
He's like, what the fuck is that?
No, they so basically they started hiring these anatomists to start studying like whether or not the head actually does stay alive after
How do you
cut it off. Well, at first they would cut off the head.
And this was just
Step
something-
one.
That's like a fucking, that's the New Kids on the Block saying. Step one, cut off the fucking head. Step two, it's just me and you.